Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's up, bro? What's up, D? I love family.
What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, family? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm gonna be off camera tonight. Zoe got the lead on this one. It's hump day. Your boy traveling, but the show must go on. What's up, big dog? You got it.
Not much, man. Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Tomorrow's Friday for the kid, and love to say that. But man, just one step closer, man, to this first home game at the Vet, home season opener, and we just want to create some buzz, man. We need 40,000 in the Vet, man. The standard is the standard, man, and this is a big game. You know what I'm saying? First home opener, first conference home game as well, man, and it's a big game, man. We're sitting at 500 right now at 2-2, and after this game, we get a W, man. We'll be sitting at 500 in conference play, and at the end of the day, we still control our destiny. So we can't worry about what any other team is doing. We just have to, from this coming Saturday, man, take each game at a time and get a W. And we got some things we got to work on, but man, look, excited. Excited as hell, man, for this first home game. Again, we need 40,000 in the Vet, man. What's going on with you, bro?
No, I'm on my cell phone data tonight, man. Is my signal bad, bro?
No, you good, bro.
No, man. No, I'm good. Somebody said I was on the plane Wi-Fi. No, I'm in town. I didn't get enough time to set up the laptop, so I'm gonna just be off camera tonight. Y'all good though?
But yeah, man. Need everybody to get active in the chat tonight, man. And just reading this crazy stuff about the Bears defensive coordinator. It's crazy. But yeah, man, all the preparations are ongoing. Got a brief little look, man, at the field being done, ready for game day. Like the weather's actually gonna cooperate, looking like it's gonna be all right as well. So got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of events going on. We got the event Friday night in town, so everybody should be getting the emails to get their tickets ready for the event. And
hey, shit, it's over with now. Hey, we sold out at this point. Like it's max. We at max capacity, man. So, but I did want to tell them I did get the shirts in, bro. I got the We Love the Hate red shirts.
okay.
So listen, I got everybody that ordered it. You're not gonna get those mailed out. So I'm here. If you order the shirt, man, shoot me an email so I can coordinate where to meet you to give you your shirt. We're gonna have to just do it the regular way this time. I had to shout out to merch, man, for getting it, for putting it to the front of the line, because it is a red out on Saturday, bro. So we wanted to make sure we at least had the t-shirts in hand. So I only have that shirt. Everything else is still in printing right now. So
I tell you
sorry
what.
about the delay, but we did. I got a few extra ones, but Any of the extra ones that folks want to buy that they did not buy one, they can grab one. But we had 50 people that ordered. So those 50 shirts, hopefully they're in town. And I'll make sure I meet with you. If you're going to be at the event, then you can I'll have them on me at the event. If you need to try to coordinate it tomorrow or Friday or before the game, let me know. Let's get that knocked out the way. But shoot me an email and we can coordinate that.
Yes, sir, man. So hold on. I want to see, man, if you wanted to get into I was trying to see if you wanted to get into any of these preliminaries. Hold on. What the hell? Okay, somebody asked in the comment, what size are the extra ones?
Well, what they need to do is they just need to just tell them to email. Just email me your size, and then we can just do 35 flat. No shipping or whatever the case may be. So we'll work that out. I will have them on hand if they need it. We can work it out. I got a handful of each size. I got like one small though, so if they're small, they ain't gonna work. Probably, I think I got one small, a couple of medium, and then large, extra large, 2X, 3X. I got a handful of those, so we should be able to get through all of them. The goal is to make sure all of them are sold before the game. Nice little shirt, man. Cool little shirt.
Okay. And I'm trying to see. I was looking for the actual different things here for the preliminaries. Well, before we get started, might well go ahead and put this up. Hide this. Hold on. Hold on, Ken. Where's the hold on.
Oh, that shirt not on here, bro.
No, it's not for a shirt. I was gonna get to everybody ready to donate to KC-1400 Inc. on Givelify. Y'all want to drop the link for the donations, and let me take this off of here. And then hold on, Ken.
Yeah, I don't have the link. They can just go to Givelify, Friends of KC-1400 Inc. if they want to donate to the foundation.
And then let's see here. Missing something.
All they got to do is go to Givelify and pull up Friends of KC-1400 Inc. Otherwise, if they want to donate, they can donate through Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. All that's at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across. So we keep it simple.
All right.
What else I was thinking about, man? It's man, you know how you be moving around and it's all in your mind until it's time to say it, and then you forget.
Rochelle said she leave on a red eye tonight.
Michelle will be here. Oh yeah, she leaving out. Hey, Michelle leaving out midnight tonight, I think.
Yeah,
She doing that red eye. She'll be here in the morning. That's right.
She on the red eye. Okay. And oh man, I had I did want to talk about. I ain't got here to post it, but I did want to talk about what we stand with Didi. Jeez. With Didi leading the conference in sacks right now. Hold on, man. I wanted to bring that up, man. I can see that, man. So it stands right now, the sack leaders in conference. And Didi, man, Devontae Davis is leading the conference in sacks right now with 6 sacks. And it's very, very critical. We're talking about a defensive tackle leading the conference with 6 sacks right now, which is insane when you think about it. And then, well, actually leading the conference, but also leading all HBCU players. Let me get that correct. He leads all HBCU players, Division I or Division II, with 6 sacks. Coming up the second is Anthony Dunn for FAMU with 4.5. And then you have 2 teammates at Benedict. You got Jaden Broughton with 4.5. And then you have Lobert Danielis with 4.5 sacks. And then you have Eric Hunter at Morgan State coming in at 5th place with 4 sacks. And let's see. And Eric Hunter is the only linebacker on the list. But we know Dunn and I believe Danielis, they're both, I believe, edge rushers. Devontae is a defensive tackle, man. So we got a defensive tackle leading all HBCU D linemen in sacks with 6 sacks in 4 games. At that pace, man, he's looking to be at double digits toward the end of the season. Pretty much hovering around about 14 sacks. That's insane for a defensive tackle. And just think he didn't make any all-conference teams in preseason. So what did he tell us in Birmingham was going to be this year, Ken? It's going to be a party in the backfield. And that's pretty much what we're looking at. So look, while we got everybody coming in here, man, look, I'm going to drop the link if any of y'all want to come up. But also, man, any questions that you guys got, man, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll answer your questions best I can. But I'm going to drop the link too, man, so I can get some of y'all to come up. And we're going to chop it up tonight. We're going to chop it up real good tonight.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, though. I told you I'm getting old, man. It was something very specific I wanted to touch on. And I don't, it'll come.
It'll come back to you.
Said I need a red hat. Now listen. So Reed gonna be at. So there's gonna be a couple of pop-ups around the city on Friday, man. So, man, I would say go to the. Man, I don't even have it in front of me, but I think Reed gonna be at the meet and greet downtown from 5 p.m. until Rick Deuce is gonna be at the M-Bar on Friday from 5 p.m. Man, I think it's the the downtown center. Like downtown Capitol Street is gonna be over there. It's alumni meet and greet 5 p.m.
Is it gonna be at the JSU? Is it gonna be at the JSU campus?
Yeah, the on campus, downtown campus.
Yeah. Good location.
Right.
Good location.
Yeah, so it'll be kick off at 5 p.m. So if you want to head over there and go do some shopping before y'all stop through, and that's cool. We from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. At the Rose, at the venue by Roseburg. It's gonna be real nice, man. Y'all already know what we got. I'm not gonna really advertise the event because we have max capacity. So next time we do this, we're gonna need a bigger venue, man. So, but we're gonna make it look good. We're gonna have it's gonna be a good time, man. Good look. So I'm excited to see everybody.
Yeah, Miracle Sports, the OC and DC are doing they're still doing pressures, but they don't necessarily do it every week. It just comes down to what their availability is on that day. They still do them. They probably just didn't do them. And if they do them on Tuesday, they probably may do them tomorrow. So don't read too much into that. I just lost my dang on train of thought as well. Venus Hardy. He mentioned the red hat. What you can do, you can actually go to the bookstore, but if the bookstore doesn't have them, you can actually go online and shop with the bookstore. I know they have them. They got a bigger collection online. You can have it shipped to you. They got some good hats on the online bookstore, on the bookstore online as well. What you about to say, bro?
Oh no, I was just about to start talking about the game. About just we got to pack the vet, man. We got to show up. And this is what it was. The ticket office, man. Make sure y'all go by and get your season tickets, man. If you ain't picked up your season tickets, your parking pass, or your tailgate pass, you got tomorrow and Friday to pick that up. They will not be working. They will not be available for you to pick up on game day. The only thing you can do on game day is purchase a single game ticket. You know what I mean? Of course, Visit Jackson is going to be running the shuttle from Smith Wheels from 10 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. Or I think it's 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., whichever the time is. They'll $20 park at Smith Wheels. They'll take you over to the stadium. Go ahead and get your parking pass if you don't have that already, because you're not going to be able to park with your parking pass because Vaughn and her staff, they're not going to be entertaining at all on Saturday, man. So go ahead and get that out the way. And be proactive, be prepared, man, and show up, man. Show up, get loud, and let's go be obnoxious for our Tigers, man. What up, Levine? Well, no, they're not selling season tickets anymore. I was saying like those that purchase season tickets, they need to go pick their season tickets up from the ticket office. You got tomorrow and you got Friday. Also tomorrow, 8:30, gonna be tea time for the the WC Gordon Ashley Robinson golf tournament, golf classic. Let me say it that way. This time it's gonna be in Pearls though, and plan on playing up in that thing, man. I got in time, got in town time enough for that. So hopefully I see if any of you guys are gonna be playing golf in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. Um, and then I think that's it, bro. Other than us, we supposed to be so the baseball initiative. I mean, the baseball fundraiser, man. Appreciate everybody that donated to the baseball fundraiser. Zoe and myself, and is gonna be meeting with Coach Omar and AD Robinson. We're gonna present that $10,000 check to the baseball team on Friday morning. So excited about that. We're gonna try to capture that and make a big deal out of it, and so everybody can see all that.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to that, man. I mean, look, through this platform, man, we've actually reached out and touched several sports, as you guys know. I mean, we presented the check to the track team. We presented the check to the baseball team. We presented the check to the football team.
Hey, we got another big initiative coming, man, and there's just something to put in the bug in the ear. We at the Blue Bengal Athletic Association meeting on yesterday. For those that signed up to the Blue Bengal, man, be on the lookout when you get those emails for the monthly meetings. Man, jump on them Zoom calls, man. Them things are super duper informative, man. And I know they was talking about Zoe. Check this out, bro. They was talking about renovating our bowling facilities, bro, at the university. Yeah, like getting a bowling facility because right now the women's bowling team have to go to Fannin Lanes over in Brandon.
Yep.
But we're talking about actually having an on-campus bowling facility, which I think I'm supposed to be getting with Marcus Jones and talking to some specific numbers and stuff, and really try to look into spearheading an initiative. But like, even if it's like $40,000 to renovate our bowling facility, that's something that we could absolutely do. Oh, Anissa was there. Yeah, Anissa was on the call. So that's something that we could do, Zoe, where that facility can sustain itself and it also could generate revenue. So think about it like this. If Jackson State has like a bowling facility on its campus, man, you can rent that out. You can host bowling in this. You can host bowling tournaments. You see what I'm saying? So there's a revenue aspect that comes with actually having those facilities. That's why you want to have an upgraded track. That's why you want to have an upgraded bowling facility. So those facilities, now you can host events on your campus, and then you can turn around and generate some revenue in the meantime. And it's a long-term thing. So it's exciting, man. We're trying to AD Robinson and leadership and those that are in the Booster Club trying to do everything we can to make Jackson State a destination university, man, with state-of-the-art facilities through all sports, bro. All sports.
Well, another thing too that, like you said, with all sports, because again, we know the end game is what? Having a football facility on campus. Pretty much having the AAC actually end up being a renovated, brand new facility. Talking about in a few years, having a real true baseball stadium, not just a baseball field, but new grandstands, new entire baseball facility, baseball stadium. Same thing with softball stadium. Also, practice event, you know what I'm saying, facility for both softball and for baseball. You're talking about a brand new track and field stadium. You're talking about having not a soccer field, but now a soccer stadium. And if I have my dream, which we family, so I'll even share with you guys. Ken and I got some things coming down the pipe that we're going to do for the university, but one of my long-term goals, one of my long-term dreams is to actually acquire or create our own golf facility, whether that's purchasing a golf course. Because at one time I was thinking I would love to have purchase Brookwood down in Byron, actually purchasing it and then renovating it and actually building a brand new, state-of-the-art clubhouse and actually letting that be the home golf course for Jackson State University, being the only HBCU that actually owns its own golf facility. So it's a long-term dream of mine to actually do that. But all the things that we're planning on or wanting to do is not just enhancing Jackson State. Long-term, it actually is going to transform Jackson. And that's the main thing, because we are the big fish in the city of Jackson. As Ken and I love to say, Jackson is our campus. And so the best thing, as I always tell everybody, in Metro Jackson, everybody likes to talk about, Madison, Clinton, and all the alike. And I always tell everyone that a better Jackson makes for a better Madison, Clinton, Byron, Pearl, and everything else. But guys, just imagine a thriving Jackson, and look what that does for JSU. Even more so in the location or the proximity to downtown Jackson from Jackson State. So you guys just visualize a thriving downtown Jackson and a thriving Jackson the way that it needs to be. And just imagine what that does for Jackson University. So it's a lot of things, a lot of plans, a lot of creative minds getting together. But these long-term goals will suffice. They will come to fruition.
Rehabilitation treatment facility. Interesting. Had to get with the AD on that. Yeah, we started the season with 4 road games. What better way to welcome the team in a packed stadium? Absolutely, man. We have to pack the vet, man. It is a red out. I'm excited to see what the field's going to look like. I'm excited to see, everybody in the stands. Man, we got to be in there, man. And we got to go crazy. Y'all do know that we're going to have this game, and our next home game will be homecoming. It won't be until October 14th. So we got to show up, man. If you were thinking about coming to the game and stop thinking about it and come to the game. We need everybody in that thing. God, make a noise.
And Ken, and guess what else? This, as of right now, is the only night game that we're going to have in the vet.
That is absolutely correct. I spoke with the stadium manager, Terrence Jones, on Tiger Talk. If you guys haven't checked out that interview, go check that out. Yes, this is the only night game. After that, homecoming to be a day game. Texas Southern to be a day game because it is their high school day. And then we got Alcorn, which is usually always a day game. So we got to make it happen, though, man. But I'm excited. We'll get into some football here in just a second, but I'm excited for Coach Taylor and the staff and the players that played in the vet. Finally, man. Finally get that vet, man. Zoe for mayor.
Oh, no. I got 2 minute skeletons in my closet, dog. And I'll pull them out myself. But and besides, I'll be cussing the city council out every day. But yeah, man, we got plans, man. What up, Levine?
Appreciate that, man. It was a pleasure. I appreciate Terrence for giving us a little bit of his time. I mean, he was very busy. He was still in the process of getting the field prepared for the game on Saturday. He made some time for us on Tiger Talk to come on and talk to us. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Love to see if Alcorn play 4 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, it's gonna be cold when we play Alcorn. Yeah, hey, man, it was cold as all get out last year.
But you know what? The Alcorn game used to always be at nighttime.
It did. It definitely did.
So, I mean, it don't have to be a late. It don't have to be a 7 p.m. kickoff. But hey, I love a 4 p.m. kickoff. That's perfect.
I like it, man.
End at night. I love it.
Yeah, that's what makes this game so unique. I love the weather. The weather's gonna be perfect for the game on Saturday, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be perfect. Hey, look, I like this comment. Drink a Red Bull before the game Saturday. Get loud, wild, and crazy. As Prince said, let's go crazy. I like it, man. I just want to see us we got to create that home atmosphere. I don't think Bethune-Cookman's band's going to come. We got to overwhelm Bethune-Cookman, man. They were talking a little smack on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yapping as they supposed to.
I got some stuff lined up in the barrel as soon as the game is over with. I got some for Mary's babies. I got some for them.
I don't know how to have that no JSU, no Ken and Zoe. Ken and Zoe and Ken just want to see Jackson State thriving at its greatest level, man. We ain't in it for the shine, the individual shine. If Jackson State shines, boy, we happy. You know
I'm
what I'm
trying to
saying?
tell you. I'm
If,
trying to tell you.
if we're seeing Jackson thrive and the city thrive and things moving forward, we happy, man.
We
We
have
don't
it.
need. We ain't doing this for no shine. We ain't doing this for. That's why. That's why. I'm gonna segue back to what we were talking about, Zoe. That's why Friday we got this event. Now listen, if you ain't got no ticket, don't pull up, man. I just want to emphasize that we got to make sure because we at capacity. We at capacity, man. We're a little over capacity, but we managing that. We factoring in the fact that we know a lot of people probably not gonna be all there at the same time. Some is gonna come and gonna go. But man, it's gonna be a great man. We still gonna go live Friday. We're gonna go live when we address the people. There will be a portion of the event where we will talk to the family. It'll be brief, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Rochelle will be in the building. TD gonna be in the building. Nook gonna be in the building. Zoe gonna be in the building. I'm gonna be in the building. And look, check this out, Zoe. I talked to Brother Seeley yesterday. Brother Seeley gonna bless us with a little poetry in that thing, man. So I
Bet.
appreciate Brother Seeley for doing that. My Duke's gonna have the food in the room. We got the whole spread, man. We got some tetrazzini, man. We got some green beans. We got some roll. We got fruit. We got we got the whole little setup, man. And it's all compliments of the foundation. We wanted to just love back on you guys because you guys have really loved on us and made us be able to travel and do what we do, what we love to do. And we're just gonna make it a good time, man. Make sure y'all come out, look good, smell good, party good, eat good, vibe good, network good, and we'll address you, and that's gonna be that. And then because we wanted to be such an extravaganza for those who elected not to come, we're gonna say, damn, I should have went over there. Now I'm just telling y'all now, don't no, we got the list, man. Don't come over, don't do that, don't make us do that to you, because I'm telling you right now, you ain't on the list. There's an invitation on. It's a private event. This ain't bring your cousin because your cousin, you know what I'm saying? This ain't that type of situation. So if you didn't RSVP, please don't pull up. If you did, we look forward to seeing you. I pause on.
Look, I would address Dante. They can only if we decide to do some type of initiative to get more equipment. When it comes to the field, and I don't want to talk about the actual design for Saturday, but what they do is everything is allocated for paint wise. So like they could do it, but in doing so, because they do everything by budget, paint is expensive. And you have to understand, we have way more white than what we do any other color. But buying that blue and that red paint is expensive. And let me tell you, they have to get, I forgot how many a gallon bucket it is, but they run through it, man. And they acquire a lot of it after the season's over with. It's a ton of it inside the stadium. So where it stands right now, everything they do is with the mindset of what they budgeted for. They can go over, but we're gonna have to help them with it. That's the thing. But the field is gonna look really, really good. I gotta give Terrence, man, a damn ton of credit, man. What was that we was up there for? When we did one of the ticket events, man. They had two dump truck full of sand on the side of the stadium. And they sand the stadium down. There's a lot of work goes into that. Yeah, I mean, I promise you, it's a lot of work. And Terrence and his crew be getting it in. So yeah, they put a lot of labor into it. The field looks amazing, absolutely amazing. So, but yeah, and so FYI, we don't used to be you would have a crew that would actually paint the field. Now we have a total automated system that actually paints the field and can actually paint the whole entire field in just under 2 hours. The entire field. So, and we've had that, I believe, going on 2 years now. I haven't heard any word on the ticket sales. I'm sorry, I haven't heard any word on the ticket sales. I'll have to check into that on Friday. I would be lying to you right now. I don't have a clue. But knowing what I know, if we follow the typical trend and history of what we do, it's the season opener. It's the home opener. Home openers always do well in Jackson. That's why I'm shooting for 40. But if I had to take a guess right now, I would probably estimate there will be somewhere between 30 and 35,000. But I'm shooting for 40. I hope we get 40 in there. But again, 35,000 is amazing when you talk about FCS football. I'm unsure. I know that was actually be. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm unsure if it's fixed. I believe it is. I know that was something that they were actually in discussions about, but even then I won't have any answers for that until Friday evening as well, because I'll head up to the stadium sometime that morning or that afternoon. Yes, we will still be doing the Tiger Walk. We're doing a Tiger Walk before Coach Prime. So yeah, we're still doing the Tiger Walk. I just don't have the time frame, but I believe we typically get to the game about 2.5 hours before kickoff. So I'm assuming if it's a 6 o'clock kickoff, I'm assuming we're probably doing the Tiger Walk either at 3:30 or 3:45. Let's see here. Score prediction. I'm gonna get those out Friday evening. I'm still thinking.
Yeah, we still gonna do a score prediction. We'll come on for a little while we where we are, and we still gonna keep it funky. We need to have 60K in that thing. Boy, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
I don't
That
know.
time to
I don't know. I don't know if we can get the students out there for that particular chant, but I tell you one thing. I would actually love for us, whether it's A.D. Robinson, not necessarily Terrence, but A.D. Robinson or probably Terrence, and we need to come up with some type of actual. I don't believe that they've done it, but I really wish we would do like a dry run before our first game. I think that should be a standard that we do every year. We do a dry run out like we have in the game. Not only for that, man, but we need to be intentional on creating a ruckus atmosphere. I think something that we could actually take from Texas State. I think we need to relocate the student body. I mean the students. I think the student section should be literally on, you know what I'm saying, the way it was Texas State. And we need our students to be engaged, man. We got to be intentional on doing some things differently to get different results. Um, but we definitely, I think we should try to have a dry run before the first game. Seriously, treat it like almost like a scrimmage, but just for game day operations. Seriously, I gave a suggestion about having the multiple drink only concessions. I mean, do all of that, man. Everything should roll off without a glitch. But we got to do some things differently, man, to really make the game day experience better for not just the team but the fans, everybody that's coming through the turnstiles. But yeah, I do. I think I look as corny as it sounds. I don't care if you can record me. I was like, I don't care. I was like, man, we need our cheerleaders need to do something and say we're gonna have a damn cheer practice at midnight before the Friday before the game. I mean, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. We gotta be different. We have got to change this atmosphere, man. You know, I like the idea of what we saw Ken at Texas State with that. They had the guy with a microphone going through the crowd, but everything flowed with the game. Nothing was out of place. Everything that they did, the focal point was the game. And that's what we got to get to. You get the feeling it's like everything wants to be its own entity as opposed to being a part of it. I always say the game is a plate, man. The football team in the football game is the meat, it's the entree. Everything else to the side. It's all one good meal. We can't sit there and eat everything individually like they're equal. You know, again, the boom has their place, but they need to do their place in flow with the game. And that's one thing, that's a major, major issue. It's like sometimes they don't even pay attention to the game. They're just focused on if it's a band across from there. We got to get beyond that. You know, then you look at again, DJs. Man, do not play anything once the boom get in the stands. I mean, we're gonna have a zero quarter. Don't be sitting there playing music while the zero quarter is going on. But then if you're gonna play anything, man, follow the flow of the game, you know. And so we got to get better at that. Hey man, the booms of pit bulls. Well, we need some Presser Canarios, pit bull killers. Everything got to flow with the game. Everything needs to flow with the game. And man, please, somebody break the button that says what we're gonna do. Break the button for that thing. Let's see here. But we have to be intentional on changing the environment inside the vet and the game day atmosphere.
Bro, you spot on with that one. It's an intentional. You got to be intentional with it, man. Everything that we saw last week, that didn't just happen because it didn't happen organically. Like they have a very specific approach to their game day operation in Texas State, and we like I was talking to Terrence yesterday. We're not trying to take everything that they do and do what they do. It's like we're gonna do what works within us and within our culture and our vibe at the vet, but we can do more. You know what I'm saying? We can incorporate more. We can be a little bit more intentional. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with us. And if the band got to be in harmony with the fans, the DJ can't be trying to. I just don't want the three-ring circus, man. I don't want the DJ doing his own thing, and then you got the boom doing their own thing, and then you got the fans just scattered about. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do their own thing.
And that's exactly what we have right now. Because even like on third down, I'm like, look, man, even if you've never been to a football game, you've watched Turner football games on television. I mean, there is no reason why we're sitting down and we're not loud as hell on third down when we're on defense. I mean, and we have the size and the bodies in there to really make the place insane, but yet we don't do it. You know, it's mind-boggling to me. There was way less people at the Texas State game last week than what we'll have tomorrow, but yet we still won't have the same vigor and, you know what I'm saying, craziness or the ambiance inside the stadium that we had last week. And that's mind-boggling. And when I know we can do it, I know we can. I mean, the vet should be the absolute most hostile place in all of the FCS, and it shouldn't even be close. You know what I'm saying? But we are the vet. We are the ones who set the tone and set the ambiance in the building. Not the football team, not the band. It's us. So,
hey, player circle. This is a fact. So this is the thing, man. When that game kicked off, bro, and Zoe can attest to this. So we're on the sideline at Texas State. It's 23,000, 24,000, how many thousand people's in the stand, in the stadium. When they put that meter, when it was third down,
every third down,
you could not hear shit. Pardon my friends, you couldn't hear nothing. Like it got so loud in that little stadium, man. The way the noise, the acoustics of the stadium, it was unbelievably loud. And I was like, oh boy, we not the quarterback definitely not gonna be able to hear the call. It's gonna be insane, man. So we got to do something like that and make that happen, man. I loved it. I didn't appreciate all the other stuff I told y'all about, but the noise that was dope.
Yeah, man. And for all things holy, please can we not do chants while we're in the red zone on offense? Please, for all things holy. Yeah, but
it's a 30,000 seat stadium. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to the stadium. I'm just saying, like it's a football stadium. There is no track, so it's the seats are literally right on the field. I like the makeup of the stadium. It's literally right there. You right there with the action there. I just wish the boom would have came and blew them motherfucker socks off. That's all I wish. That's the only thing I wish. Because if we would have had the boom in that thing, the boom could have been highly disrespectful up in there. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wish I could talk to whoever works the scoreboard with the graphic, because we could easily do the same thing instead of doing that merge horn. Man, put the meter there. Put an actual meter, and the crowd meter can actually, people can see how much noise they're making, and do it every third down.
Hey, Hezekiah, they got quiet and them damn referees start cheating.
No, I'm unsure, Dr. James Smith, but we don't need a firm to, what I'm saying, to get the game day experience right. I mean, telling you.
Now, I just in talking to Terrence, I know the student leadership at the university is trying to do something. I know there was something that we put up on one of the slides earlier this week where we showed they got some communication going on amongst the student body, where they're going to try to do some different things. He said you got to be there to see it. Hopefully, we'll see our students really get active and really try to create the hostility. It's going to take the students, man, the student body, man. If we got 7,000 students enrolled at Jackson State. If we can get 65 to 70% of those students coming to the games and being intentional about making noise, but we're gonna need our announcer to also do his part, and that's Richard. I ain't gonna get on Richard tonight. I'm not going down that road no more. But we all could be better. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, you got to be engaged in the game, seriously. And me personally, I think we need more of a youthful PA announcer. I do. Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. It's not just the students. I mean, look, I've been to plenty of Power Five games and other FBS games. It's not just student body. Pretty much, if you go to any Power Five or FBS stadium, for the most part, the ones who really, really have their games attended well, every single person inside the stadium was up on their feet the entire game. Not just the student body.
You better tell them, Deputy Mario. We've been talking about it forever. I don't care if folks get mad at me. I'm just talking about. I go to the vet on Saturdays when Jackson State is playing for football. I love the boom. I love the boom. But I don't go to the game to listen to the boom. Although I love the boom. Don't take offense to that. I am there for the football game. It is a football game. It's not a party. I don't go there to listen to the DJ. I love Karamu. He gonna do his thing. Shout out to DJ Unpredictable. He gonna do his thing. But when I go to the game, I'm there for the football game. I like intense football. I like loud stadiums. You see what I'm saying? So we got to make sure it's on point. It's usually this is when the vet is always at its best though when the game gets intense versus like a rivalry. Like if it's versus Alcorn versus Southern and it's like close, everybody's standing up, everybody making noise, everybody's engaged. Nobody's on their phones, nobody's walking around. It's about the game. We just need to be able to take that and make that happen more often than just that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see something right here. Yeah, we gotta do something. 1 second, Kim, going over. I had saw something earlier. Hold on 1 second, bro. Yeah, first down chant. The Boom's supposed to be playing cheer boys whenever they get it first down. And half of the time they be late playing it. Yeah, it's a night game. Look, man. I'm shooting anything over 40 is gonna be a win. Now, if we can get 45, that would be amazing, absolutely amazing. Because if we can get 45, you automatically assume that we'll get 45 for homecoming. And if we get those two, you're well on your way to averaging probably, because we got Alcorn at home, and so you're talking about we're probably going to end up doing about 45,000 for the year and that's better than what we did last year, which is absolutely amazing. So this first game is going to set the tone. Yeah, this first game is going to be bananas, man. A night game at the Vet, man, if you haven't experienced, I don't know what to tell you. Might want to be there. You might want to be there. Yes, right, Buzz. I agree. We need some youth, energetic, and into the game.
Yeah, that young man is now about the football game. Bethune-Cookman they got some dogs on their squad. They got some ballers,
They
but
do.
this is a rebuild year for them. I would say from a team standpoint, they got some pieces, but it's a little scattered right now. You see what I'm saying? It's a little incomplete. Their quarterback going down. I don't know if he'll be back for this game, but they got a three-headed monster at running back. They got a roster full of Florida talent. Y'all know what comes with that. You know, you got some gritty, grimy, you know what I'm saying, speedsters, and they're not gonna ever give up, man. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight for all 60 minutes of the game. They're not gonna. It ain't gonna be no lay down type situation. Even if we got them down on the ropes, they're gonna keep battling, man. So that's right. That's the one thing I was gonna say. Offensive line can't hold up. I think we're gonna have a great showing on defense. I think the defense is gonna be much better this week. I'm gonna go ahead and project that we gonna tackle better. We're gonna turn the ball over. I'm just telling y'all right now. We coming out in this game to make a statement, bro. We're gonna play hard as all get out in front of our fans, and I think Tiger Nation will be happy all over again. Not no disrespect to Bethune-Cookman, but it's about what we coming to do. And I'm telling you, man, we about to put on a great display of football this weekend. I don't think it's gonna be close, and I mean that. I think it's about to be bombs over Baghdad this weekend. I really do.
Yeah, well, we need to. Our job over everything is to give the team some juice, man, with 12 man. And so
you can say this is a rebuild for Jack State. I take that hell. You lose your whole roster. Yeah, this is a program. I wouldn't say a rebuild. This is more of like a redirection. You know what I mean? But you can say rebuild if that makes you feel better. I'm cool with that. We all right though. When we finish 9-2, it ain't gonna look like a rebuild.
I wouldn't call it a rebuild. I'll just call it Mayton this year. So I won't call it a rebuild. I wouldn't. So, but yeah, man, Bethune-Cookman is more than a formidable opponent. They do have some pieces. They got some really nice pieces. They have a lot of good team speed too.
Yeah, I like that word. I like retool. I like reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
I like all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Reloaded.
I like recalibration. Recalibrating. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man.
I know TD was supposed to come up tonight, but Shale won't be on tonight. He traveling.
Yes,
Nook
right.
working. Yeah. But we was gonna definitely come on and talk to the people, man. You know.
I'm gonna drop
I'm
this link.
excited. Yeah, go ahead and drop that link. See who want to come up. I do know that I did have some people. Shout out to Timona, man. Timona had a great show last night. She really went through. Shout out to She Loves D, man. Go support her platform. She talked about some. She pulled out them receipts, man. We're not gonna get into that, but I will say this though. I had someone from the city reach out, just somebody from a JSU alum, just saying, man, I love to come on. They didn't like the 60 minutes showing of the houses and stuff, and everybody, they kind of championed Coach Reed's energy, Coach TC Taylor's energy, and speaking on how Jackson was misrepresented in that 60 minutes interview.
Mm-hmm.
But he talked about wanting to come on and talk about Jackson and just, and I said, listen, man, we on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want to come up, express your mind, speak your piece, come on up, man. When we drop the link, you guys are welcome to come into the chat and talk about. We're talking about Jackson State. We're talking about Jackson. and we talking football. Whatever you want to express, we'll be more than happy to entertain you tonight. A little bit more lax show tonight. If it's some Bethune-Cookman Wildcats out there, they want to come up and talk about what they're gonna do. Hey, feel free to come on up. But go ahead and drop the link, Joe. We ready.
I just dropped it. Oh man, look, and y'all go ahead and hit that like button too, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Nah, most of the team is not in Colorado. We only had 9 players head that way. Hold on 1 second. What up, C. Lee? My OG. Man. Oh man, they're taking it in, they're enjoying it. I mean, it's a bad at weight room. It's still not done. They actually still added some final touches and some other things that they thought about after they got started. Yeah, Mario, I agree. I think Mulligan, Miller and Associates are gonna do that thing. Yeah. Let's see here. Boy, y'all are like for real dead today. Yeah, come on here, jump up on this platform. Hold on, man. Voila. Gotcha. Yo, bro, you still there?
Yeah, I'm in this thing. Yes, sir. No. I was just sitting back, just listen. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I'm just going through some of the comments if we got any questions. But y'all, like I said, man, y'all feel free to jump on that link. Let's see. We got N.O. Joe.
What going on, Zoe? What going on, Kim, man? I watch y'all, man.
What's happening, Pimpin'?
I watch y'all, man. I love what y'all doing. I just want to speak on some things. The Texas State game.
Shoot.
I think Texas State they never let off the gas like every other FBS team did with other SWAC teams, because I think they was trying to prove a point because y'all was a more popular team in that game. Y'all was more known than them. You know what I mean? So I figured I felt like they was trying to make a statement. You know what I mean? That's why they ran up the score like that.
Well,
So I'm saying that's just my opinion. But I just want to say this here. One thing about that JSU team, they fight. They never stop fighting. I also want to say for the FAMU game, I honestly think y'all could have won that game. I just think FAMU hit y'all like a heavyweight fight. They hit y'all with a punch in the first round, and it took y'all a couple of rounds to shake the punch off. Y'all just ain't have enough time to finish. You know what I mean? I just want to say that. I follow y'all. I feel like I'm a JSU fan. I go to y'all football games. I just want to I appreciate what y'all doing, bro, man.
Oh man.
But
appreciate
I
you
think
too,
next year gonna be y'all year. Y'all rebuilding. It's a whole different team. That FAMU team was built for a Deion Sanders team. That team was built to play against Deion Sanders, and it's gonna take y'all a year or so, you know what I mean, to get the players in. Different, y'all got a whole brand new team. I think next year gonna be y'all year. think
Well,
next year gonna be y'all year, man.
I think I do believe next year we're gonna be real tough. But I got to be honest with you, this year ain't over with. A lot of football.
No. True. A lot of football. A lot of football got to be played, but I think TC really need to get that special teams together, because that's what's hurting y'all. That's another reason why y'all lost the FAMU game, because of special teams. I think once he get that problem fixed, y'all gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. Yeah, well, it wasn't just special teams. Coincidentally, the Texas State game and the FAMU game actually mirrored themselves rather a lot more ways than one.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even if special team was just fine, the way we tackled against Texas State, we still would have lost.
Yeah.
That's just fact of the matter. So, you know,
I honestly think so. You gotta think about this here. You're gonna look at every college football game there is. It's hard. I play football. It's hard to go on the road, travel 4 straight games, playing on the road. Eventually, gonna take a toll on you. I bet y'all been traveling every 4 games. I guarantee it took a toll on y'all body doing all that traveling. Correct?
She did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Okay. So just imagine. So just imagine what those. No, let's listen. So just imagine, Ken, the way you travel and the toll it take on your body. Just imagine those players playing 4 home games. What kind of toll it takes on their body? Ain't no other team in college football got 4 home, come out the gate playing 4 games on the road. Nobody. So I kind of think that kind of took a toll to that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I ain't making no excuse. I ain't making an excuse, but you got to take all that into effect. You on the road 4 times.
You right.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? And Zoe, Ken, y'all can see it. Y'all been on the road 4 times, and you can't tell me it ain't take a toll on your road, packing your bags, getting up, traveling. It takes a toll.
Yeah.
That's a fact. When you're right, you're right. All I'm gonna do is say amen. Because I said the same thing. I think for me, I wanted to, and this is something that Zoe and I had disagreed on this. It was more about the Southern game. I knew that we was gonna be in MEAC SWAC this year, and I knew that we still was in the OBC. As a result of that, I wouldn't have taken the Southern game this year. Personally, I wouldn't have done it. That's just my opinion. The 3rd game of the season would have been a home game, probably a D2 opponent that would have allowed my fans to take a break from those first 2 games. Which I think had we had a home game, maybe folks would have went to Miami and Atlanta. A few more folks, which would allow people to kind of take a break, allow the team to get their feet on them, let us get a tune-up game at home as we prepare to go to Texas State. So now when we head to Texas State, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Is the outcome going to be different? We don't know. But that's my opinion. I would have had 5 home games. That's just my opinion.
Right. Because I don't think that, the bad tackling, that's the first game they had where the tackling was that bad. Tackling wasn't bad against South Carolina. Tackling wasn't, shit.
Bad against FAMU. Yes, the hell it was.
Yeah. That's why I said shit. I'm sorry for cussing on you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I take that back.
But see, that's what I was saying. But outside the score, I know the score jumps out at everybody, but to be honest, the Texas State and the FAMU game, they're very similar. Well, why we lost the game and how we lost it, they're very similar. Very similar.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest difference though in those 2 games is the offense came to play. The offense wasn't, the defense was in such bad field position, and then when you get in a hole so fast, now every little bit, I think we just kind of got too far behind real fast. But when you look at that game, though, it did mirror because we both went down 14-0 early. But the difference was the Texas State game.
Here's the thing,
though. I'm saying.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
The offense seems like, all right, we've been here before. Let's just go ahead and try to do what we do. And I was proud of the boys for coming out and actually getting into a nice little flow. But go ahead.
My bad. I think I had probably lost signal for a second. No, but I was saying they mirror each other because I know we had a short field, but I always say a short field don't equate to you giving up touchdowns. Again, even on the short field, if we tackle, if we tackle good, that negates the short field. I mean, because guess what? At the end of the day, we holding the field goals. If we come around and score, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we couldn't tackle. Our tackling was horrible. It don't matter where we were on the field, whether they got in the red zone or we got on their side of the field. It didn't matter. Our tackling was horrible, and even worse that Texas State game. And honestly, and it was contagious. It was exactly that. I mean, from the first drive, it was contagious. I mean, think about it. From the very first possession, they scored a touchdown in what, 3 plays? 3 plays?
Yeah, it was 3 plays. It was 3 plays into it. That's right.
So I mean, and it was just we could tackle the whole damn game from there.
I think what I do like is that, that's what Coach TC started off with. He said, we didn't force a punt the entire game.
That's
and
right.
That can't happen. That can't happen. I don't care who you're playing, whether you're playing Texas State or Texas College. Hell, if you can't tackle, if you're not tackling well, you're going to give that other team a chance to score points on you, man. So, we can chalk that up and say, okay, Texas State was a lot tougher, but we got to play better. And I think they all know that. And I think we're going to see. We're going to see, because I think Bethune-Cookman is going to have good team speed, man. They're going to have some good team speed. So if we don't go out there and tackle, we're going to be scratching our head again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't make no difference who we play. We got to go make it happen, man. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
No. All right, man. I just want to say that, man. I'm gonna get off on Lock That Live, man. I'm driving, so.
All right,
I appreciate
man.
you.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, we start everything over. 0-0, man. I know we 2-2, but as of today, man, we're 0-0. First game going into this game against Bethune-Cookman, man. And we got to come in and set a tone and do what we got to do, man. If we handle business and execute the way we're capable of doing, we should jump out on these guys pretty early and have a convincing win. Ouch. But yeah.
Y'all come on up. Drop that link again. I appreciate that caller, man. I want to talk some football, man. Y'all always listen to us talk. Y'all come on up and talk to us.
Yeah.
Let's get some folks up here, man, who don't normally come up here and talk to us. Come on up, talk football, man. Y'all, we get tired of reading these comments in the chat. Come on up and talk.
Yeah. And you ain't gotta cut your camera on. You cut your camera off. Just jump up. All right, here we go. What up, Doc?
What's going on, brothers?
Man, what it do, man?
Man, enjoying this Texas weather. It done cooled down a little bit out here, so
I know it, right?
can't complain.
I know it.
But I want to, what I'm saying, I know y'all was at the game on Saturday, but from what I saw sitting here at the house, was the way that the offense for Texas State, how Coach Kenny had called, for it to go, instead of going vertical, he went horizontal. He went sideline to sideline. Like, it's on certain plays, especially on the run plays, because he didn't have to pass the ball that much. It put our defensive, put our players, out of position, to make the tackles. And I'm not saying just because of that, but we should have made the tackles in that game, regardless.
I'm gonna tell you something, Doc. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, and I mean it seriously. Man, Texas State didn't do nothing spectacular. They did. They didn't do nothing where I was like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing innovative. And I'm not saying that they aren't good because it wasn't, because honestly, it doesn't have to be. Football at its core is still, you know what I'm saying, running, blocking, and tackling, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
But they didn't do anything spectacular. I mean, honestly, man, a lot of it was on us. When it came to the run game, we had two major issues on defense. Lineman and assignment football, man. We just could not tackle. And then when it came down to assignment, specifically on the linebacker core, man, we were going to the wrong gap.
Right.
I mean, that, like I said,
Well, let me throw something in there, though.
I was like Monday.
I know you say they ain't do nothing spectacular, but I got to doff my hat off, man, to their quarterback, bro. He played lights out in number 18. Both of them, number 18 and 10, balled the heck out, bro.
Yeah, but
I mean, even number one.
I'm gonna say this. You know why they balled out? You know why the quarterback balled out? Because he had no pressure. That's on Jack State defense.
He didn't.
No, I understand that, but that's not just on Jack State defense. That's also a credit to their offensive line. They whooped us, and I get what you're saying, but I'm saying this right here. Like I just wanted to throw that out there. You said they do that. Like there was a couple of plays. You know how sometimes when you watching football, Zoe and Doc, where things could just, you know, they just don't make the right pass. You know what I'm saying? Or the ball is a little inaccurate, or they had it was right there and they dropped it. It just felt like every damn thing that they did, and this could be making your point even further, so because we wasn't handling our business, it just seemed like everything that goes to the contagious part.
Right.
Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like everything just started going right. Like the deep ball, the young man run under that thing. He caught that bad baby. Now, I thought John Huggins was in great position. He went the wrong way. The ball was in the back shoulder, and old boy adjusted at the right time, caught a. So I'm not trying to. I'm close to what you said. I'm just throwing out a few extra plays that just said they did some spectacular stuff. But you're right though. Go ahead.
Well, that was the main thing of everything. It's just, again, you know, when it came down to the secondary, I mean, the second level of the defense.
Yeah.
We didn't have a second level of the defense. It came down when you're talking about, again, man, we're shooting to the wrong gaps. That wasn't Texas State. That was us. You know, when it came down to tackles, I mean, yeah, they ran hard, but again, I mean, we were there.
It was on us. It was on us. We missed them.
A lot of time we were there, whether it was in the backfield or on a lot of short games. We were there. We just couldn't tackle. We couldn't wrap up.
Right.
So, you know, so again, it came down to us more so than, you know, what they did. Yeah, they fought, did what they did, but it was on us, man. We just, again, if we tackle, and I can actually attribute this to the FAMU game. If we tackle and we tackle well, it's a different ball game.
Right. And
so we have that evidence already. So when we have done it, we've had success. When we've done it against Southern, we had some success. You see what I'm saying? There was a couple of open field plays that could have been game breakers. But what did we do? We open field tackled really well against Southern as opposed to the other two games that we lost. We got TJ up here, bro. What's up, Doc?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up, TJ?
Good. Yeah, to your point, Ken, I agree, man. You know, watching that Texas State game, you know, being there, especially seeing the offense move the ball the way that we did, I just felt like had we gotten a stop on defense when the score was 20-28, like it was getting real quiet in that stadium, and their fans knew it. Their football team knew it, and I think had we gotten a stop there, because they couldn't stop us from scoring. So had we come and tied the game up, it would have been a different ball game, because I think that would give the defense a chance to kind of just, you know, catch their breath. The coaches could have seen some things they could take an advantage of, and like that would have told us that, hey, we can stop them. And so I think the defense would have come back out fired up and ready to go.
I think, to me, when it came down to it, like, it's just that tell of that first quarter, like looking at that team, like just looking at the game, like they never gave, you know, like they didn't give up. They ain't want to, you know, they didn't want to lie down easy. And And they, you know what I'm saying, they came out there, they literally wanted to punch them boys in the mouth.
I think to that point, I must say this too. The first quarter, Doc, that 14-0 hole hurt us because now we playing from behind, and it's like that's when we first got in our groove. Now it's 14-6. You know what I'm saying? So each time we start trading touchdowns. Now to TJ's point and to Zoe's point, what happened after we got to 28-20? We kicked the damn ball off, and they had a great return and gave them a short field. And I think in 2 or 3 plays, it was 35-28, 35-20. It was quick. And then we come back, we get the ball back, the interception on the hole to Rico, and then the game just got out of hand. It went south. It went to hell right there.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like for this game coming up against Bethune, I think we hopefully we rectify everything that, you know, what we saw what went wrong on Saturday, especially with special teams. Not.
Man, I think we are, for those of us who play football, tackling is want to.
Right.
You got to go get it, man. I'm sorry. Me and Zoe were talking today. So what were we talking about? I was a linebacker, man. I've been in hog heaven these past 3-4 years, man. Y'all know how much I love Hamp, man. I was one of Hamp's biggest fans. I love Keontae Hampton. Then you come back and you get Aubrey Miller, and the heir apparent was supposed to be obviously Juriente Davis. So losing Juriente, it showed us, it reared its ugly head, because this is something you have to think about and why this is a retool of a season for us. We had players that came back to us that altered our recruiting because we thought we had something in the drawer that turned out to not be still in the drawer. So I don't think we're going to have that next year. Now we might have a few players hit the portal because that's every season. Every team gonna have to re-recruit their roster, and some players ain't gonna like what they, I ain't get to play much. Somebody gonna get in their head, and somebody gonna go JUCO, do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that Coach Taylor, his recruiting strategy was a little altered simply because of that. So I think when you look at that, this defense would be so much more, I would say, solid. We'd be much better if we had some of those players. We had a first team All SWAC potential defensive player of the year on the roster in the spring game. Now Gaddy. See what I'm saying? You got that edge rusher. He was able to create some edge, some pressure, especially when you got Devontae Davis, like Zoe started off at the beginning of the show. We got Devontae Davis leading the conference in sacks right now, a defensive tackle now that wasn't even on the first team. He leading all HBCU 6 sacks right now.
That's crazy.
So imagine, and this is not even this is no disrespect to the defensive ends. I'm just saying we can get better on the defensive end position. Yes, we can. Because we gotta get that pressure. We can definitely do much more to get pressure to the quarterback, which I think we're gonna see that they're gonna go up as we get into this SWAC play. The next 7 games is all conference games. So now you gotta go make your money now. Now you gotta go make your shine now. And at the end of the day, you got what you got is what you got. That's what you go to war with. And we gotta it's some position groups that's gotta step it up, man. And I'm saying it's got to be what we call, like the coach would tell me, it's got to be some damn want to. See, man, hit man. You see what I'm saying? See the ball, hit ball. You know what I'm saying? All 11 heads got to be on the ball, bro. I jump in that joker's feet and all this. If he got the ball, go get him. It's that simple, man.
Yeah,
I ain't running to at the linebacker position. If I see. Boy, I don't get in trouble saying this now. But if I see another linebacker running to their own man and not running to the hole where the ball at, I'm going to lose it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
We need some leaders at that linebacker position. And even just looking at our D ends, with Webb and Doyle, I think those guys, in some way, they can get a push, but they don't have the type of bend that like a Niles Gaddy had. in a James Houston, and I think that's I've seen
Oh,
Dorsey
James
kind of
Houston had that being.
right.
Niles didn't even have a being to James, but you're right. Keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, bro. But I think, that's the thing that we're lacking there. I think those guys, they're able to get a little pressure, but they don't have the bend to get around, those tackles to be able to get to the quarterback. And I like to your point, man, our linebackers, just being able to, some of them have just been lunging at guys versus actually trying to go in and make a hit, and like you have guys that are real shifty and things like that. So, they're just, kind of out there being on somebody's highlight reel. And so, they have to just step up and be leaders, man, because, we can't expect our defensive front to do everything.
Right. Do you
That's
think
right,
it's
man.
better? But do you think it's better that we got out of that 3-man front on defense and kind of switched, kind of got to a
I don't
4-man?
think it, I'm gonna tell you my doc. I'm gonna tell you my theory on 3-man front and 4-man front. I
Yeah.
don't lose a lot. I don't waste time on that shit. You know why? Because a 3-man front can dominate you if you got. It depends on how you run it. You can run a 3-3-5 and wreak havoc on the SWAC, bro. You can. You absolutely can, because you can do so much more from a 3-3-5 than you can a 4-3. You see what I'm saying? Hey, so break that down with the urban mind. Go ahead.
Let me interject right there. I really want to say this because when it comes to talking football, a lot of people, like, you can see an alignment. And I'm going to just forget a 3-3-5. I'm going to say a 3-4. A typical person could see that and say, oh, man, they can run for wherever they want to run because you're in a 3-man front. You can't stop the run with that. That's not true. I really wish people would stop saying it. You can stop the run in a 3-man front. Yes, you can.
Absolutely. Yes, you can.
Hold on. So what people got to understand is that over
Hey,
every
get your line from Max Minute. Hey, mute Max.
I got him.
There you go.
So what people have to understand is a lot of people speak on preference when it comes to football. Let me explain what I mean. It's like, I don't really care for that defense. They need to get out of it. That's not how they work. Or they run this offense. I don't like this offense. I like this offense that they run. We need to be running it. That's not how that goes, bro. I told Ken a long time ago, every offense works. Every defense works. It comes down to execution. That's a fact. Yes, you can run a 3-3-5, and yes, you can dominate the conference. You can. Yes, you can stop the run with a 3-man front defense. You can. It comes down to personnel.
Yes, right.
So,
yeah, that's facts,
because like even when we're playing the game, I can hear people sometimes it's like, oh man, they line up in this and they double tight. We gotta get out of it, man, because we can't stop. You can't stop the run in that formation. Says who? How come you can't? And I've heard some people say, well, look at the numbers, look at the math. That don't mean anything. Execution.
Right.
You can stop the run in the 3-man front. If you want to take it to the NFL, I mean, Bill Belichick don't play nothing else. He been playing the same defense for since 1986. 2 Super Bowl with the Giants. How many he win with the Patriots?
Well, it comes down to recruiting to your scheme and having the right. I mean, like you said, it all works. You just got execution. And we have the personnel on defense right now that could actually dominate in both a 3-man front and a 4-man front. We really do.
Yeah.
We can put Tyler Martin in the middle, and you can play Junior, you can play Juice. If y'all have noticed, Juice didn't play, hasn't played. Junior Miller was out. You see what I'm saying? Like KJ Arrington was out. Go back and look at the starters for Southern. Go back and look at that. And go back and look at who was playing. So, I mean, the injury bug could equalize you a little bit. So that's why that depth mattered on the defensive line position. Because when you start losing somebody, then now you see. But go ahead. Let's get.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me touch this. Even this coming here. Why can't they? Yes, they can. It all comes down to what they're trying to do on a particular play. Yes, they can. In college football, you're not going to have a team play. Jackson State last year was the only team on FBS or FCS level to play press man every game all day long. And I'm going to tell you why you're not going to find cornerbacks that's going to press all game. Because if you press all game, guess who's going to get tired first? The cornerback or the receiver?
The corner.
Corners.
The corner is. So yes, the problem is not playing off of the man. The problem is what they're being asked to do while playing off. Because a lot of cornerbacks, and matter of fact, I can hear Deion Sanders in my head right now. A lot of cornerbacks in college, even though they're playing off the ball, the problem is when the receiver move, what their first step is. They stepping back. That's the problem. You gotta know down and distance. So yeah, if it's 3rd and 7, why are you taking a step back? Play the line. So no, because I'm telling you right now, the way they do it in college ball is going to be different from how you do it in the NFL. Most teams are going to play off the ball. It just is what it is. Find me a college. Alabama ain't doing it. Ain't nobody playing press man across the line.
Nah.
It's like
why though? Because I think receivers are getting better now. They're faster. So you got to be real special to play press all on game.
Like, well, guess what? Let me interject right there, Randy. In college football, well, in the NFL, how many lockdown cornerbacks do you have in the NFL, Randy?
How many?
Yeah, lockdown corners.
It ain't that many.
Okay, then. So if it ain't that many in the field, it's way less in college. Right? If it's not that many in the field, it's way less in college, right?
But the receivers aren't as good in college either.
Hold on, are you serious?
No, it's receivers. It's some receivers.
I'm saying there's good receivers, but you're not going to see them every week,
Randy,
like you do in the NFL.
Randy, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Well, I think the point he's trying to make is that when you're in the NFL, all of those receivers are pros. Some weeks you don't have pros, but they'll be good, but they're not going to be. Why am I getting feedback, bro?
I don't know.
Go ahead. You hold on. In the NFL, you're gonna see good receivers every week, but in college football, you're gonna see a damn good receiver on every team every week as well. You won't see them across the board, but you won't see them. So the point that I'm making is in college ball, because this is not the first season. You didn't see this last year. You're not going to see a defense play press man across the board. And honestly, from a schematic standpoint, unless you got a hellified pressure front like what we had at Jack State, you shouldn't want to be in press man all game. Because, like I told you, it's going to work against you in the long run anyway. Because, again, if you play press man all game, tired. The cornerback is going to get worn out before the receiver.
You talking about last year's team, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, you had special corners last year.
To Joe's point.
That's my point.
You go back and watch the Alcorn game. That's why this young man that got the 4 receptions on Travis had a good game, because all the wide receiver would do was take 3 steps back and throw it up. He beat Travis off the line. If you make the right move and can get past him, he's just running down the field. That's what happens when you play press man. If you got a good wide receiver that can get off the ball, get off the line, you cook. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But y'all play.
Hey, Zoe and Ken, I'm in Atlanta. Can I get in, man? I gotta go to sleep. I'm an hour ahead of y'all, bro.
I was trying to, but
I'm a whole hour ahead of y'all, bro. Yeah, I believe that 1400 JR Lynn Street. But
I got you. I was trying to get to you. That's why I wanted to stop the conversation so we can get to you. Go ahead.
No, bro. Let me give me my little thing. Let me tell you what I think the problem is with our defense and our special teams.
Go ahead.
Some of these boys don't want to take them hits, bro. I saw that against Texas. They was running through the wrong holes on purpose because they playing business football. Now, I saw these boys these boys been playing football long enough to know what that man coming to. But sometimes when you ain't wrapping up, you trying to hit him, that means you don't want to take the hit. And I think we got a problem with these guys wanting to man up. And we need to get like Dion. If you can't hit, we might need to start looking at that portal. Because they don't need of running up to these guys, bumping against these guys. You know how to wrap up and make a hit. These boys, I'm thinking when the pressure get too hot on them at Texas, I saw them intentionally missing those holes. And y'all saw it too, and go back and look at it.
Well, one thing about it, I can't sit here and disagree with
Let
it.
me say it like this right here. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna leave it at that.
They missed them gaps because they didn't want it. And if you don't want the heat, take the uniform off and get in the stands.
Hey, man,
I love y'all, man.
But you know what though? I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I just want to say that's the only thing I want to get. Them boys been missing them gaps on purpose.
Hey,
and
Max,
TC need to get on that.
I'll tell you what, Max. And I told Ken today, being on special teams is like rebounding. It just want to.
You got to want to go down that field. That man running full speed and you running full speed. It's going to be a collision. And if you ain't ready, you don't need to be on special teams.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really going on with us. It ain't talent. It's heart. I love y'all, man. You know, go JSU, man.
Hey, no doubt. $1 million.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now, I want to address this comment. That comment is totally false. The one thing the SWAC has always been known for has always been skilled players. To say that we don't have any, you don't see a good receiver that can run routes that's far from the truth. Like Jamar was Rashid from at FAMU was a dog running routes. Go look at Alabama State's #1 receiver and tell me he don't run good routes and he ain't a dog at receiver.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson at Alabama State. You got what's my kid at Southern that got the long touchdown on us? Go look at the Yeah, Petrie. Go look at what he did to K5 on the touchdown and tell me he don't run good routes. Go look at Sheree from FAMU. I forgot my guy down at Grambling. Wait till you see
Linda Rash.
Rash at Grambling. I mean, there's a badass receiver on every team in this conference. You want to talk about Sheree got damn good footwork. That's cap. Sheree got damn good footwork. Petrie got good footwork. And you couldn't have possibly seen Rico. If you haven't seen Rico Powers at Jack State and say he ain't got footwork, man, you don't even be talking football in the chat. I play a receiver. Rico is one of the best receivers in all of FCS football. And then Isaiah Spencer is a dog, as a technician running routes. That's cap.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, man, they like in modern day football, they think that to be a good receiver, you got to just be able to run, But to your point, though, like, the footwork, and like we have receivers that actually like are willing to block downfield, which, creates opportunities for the running backs or for the tight ends or for whoever. So I think, that's a misconception about that comment, like we do have good receivers in the SWAC. I mean, we've always had good receivers in the SWAC.
SWAC always had good receivers every year.
Right.
That's what we're known for. Like, that's cap.
Jackson State got a staple of wide receivers because there's so much talent at the 3 deep. And when you play a scheme like what we play, where we utilize the tight end and you bring the tight end out to the flat and to the slot, man, it's just it takes a certain wide receivers off the field. Like we're deep in certain spots. It's just that, again, the holes that you see will be addressed because it'll be more intentional because TC have a year under his belt. Where we finish is where we finish. So that'll be that. I think the wide receiver position though is deep in the conference. That ain't never been an issue. Never has it been an issue. Even at the D2 level, there's been wide receivers recently. Like my young man that was at Fort Valley State. There's always been right. Absolutely. Went to Baltimore. So you can find a stud wide receiver, man. It's the trench play. That's what the difference is in the FCS level, the lower tier FCS schools, or just say the SWAC,
Like even what Andre Hunt has been able to do this year has been special. I mean, for his size and just the speed he has and his ability to change directions, on the fly like that. I mean, he has that Wes Welker type of speed and just shiftiness to me. Like I'm really glad that he's on our squad because he's been able to do some good things for us.
I agree. We got Zoe mentions Isaiah Spencer. Let me tell y'all something, man. That kid is a star. He's a star, bro.
I like him, man. I like Spencer though, man. Like he'll
We
type
don't
of
have to
dude that
do
want to go out there
everything.
and get it.
And I'm just saying, like, we just gonna have to make sure we do what we got to do to make it happen. Like, this is why showing up at the vet is so important and having the home crowd. That's a local kid that fell in love wanting to play at Jackson State. He knew Dion was gone. Just let me say this too. That kid was recruited heavily by Bartoloni. Coach Bartoloni went to Colorado. He called him. He told him that listen, that going to Jackson State was going to be the worst mistake that he ever made. That's what the former offensive coordinator, who's now at Colorado, told that young man before he decided to. Right when it was around signing day, he called him on the day of signing day before he signed. Said, "Hey, trying to get him to come to Colorado." Those are the facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So, yeah. That happened. That was without question. You know what I'm saying? So he could be anywhere right now. And what I'm saying is that a kid like that, you know what I'm saying? DJ Washington, DJ Stevens, Zy McDonald, and the list goes on and on. Man, you gotta give these kids, man, that what they experienced sitting in the stands as kids when their parents were going to Jackson State games and taking them. Man, we got to show up and give these kids that environment because Jackson State is one of the only few FCS schools, bro, that can really create that Power Five level. That you see at Colorado, because that's the hot thing right now. That stadium is on par with. That's the same size stadium as the Vet.
No, it ain't. It's smaller.
No. I'm saying I know the Vet is big. I'm saying in theory. I'm saying theoretically it's the same size. Like it's a 50. What does it hold? 55, 50,000?
About 50,000.
50, like 50.
You know what I'm saying? So round up 55K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, you're talking about a 55K, and that bitch is gonna be packed out every game. Imagine if we did something like that. There's nobody. Mississippi State, Ole Miss can't even compete with that because what comes with that is the culture. Now we've seen it, but we can't. This is how we gonna know. We showed up when the prime was here. We averaged 42. We gonna really see. We only got 4 home games. We gonna see how well we do come Saturday. So the challenge is on us to show up, and if we don't show up, shame on us. Because these types of kids that's local that want to come to Jackson State, we got to give them that Power 5 feel, man. And the only way we can do that is we got to pack the vet out, man. We have to.
I agree. One thing I like about Isaiah Spencer is just his size for his, like to be a receiver at his age. Like you don't see a lot of guys, coming out of high school that kind of have the type of mass that he has as a receiver. And the crazy part about it is he hasn't even grown into like what he's potentially going to be from his stature and things like that. So to do what he's doing as a first year kid it just says how dangerous he can become.
And another thing that nobody don't talk about with Isaiah Spencer that they really don't talk about that dude's blocking down the field, man. Like he can, you know what I'm saying? He not scared to mix it up with, with them cornerbacks and the safeties or whoever that he got to block, make sure that, the running backs can get out there, get to that outside, get to that second level.
I mean, he set the main block to get Rico that long touchdown run against Southern, that catch and run against Southern. But it's not just him. It's in the wide receiver room. Man, look at Kobe Paul. Man, Kobe Paul been blocking his ass off.
That's right. Look at Duke Miller. All them guys, man. They blocking, man.
It's the room.
Yeah, we have a lot of
I tell you what, just to prove a point, a lot of our fans in previous offenses, oh man, I hate when they run those damn screens. But it's amazing when you execute them, man. You got receivers that can block and they work. Ain't nobody saying that.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Right, that's facts though. Yeah, a beautiful screenplay when it's ran right. Like it's one of the most attractive plays in football because you got guys that can form that tunnel and allow that guy to get in there and take it to the house. So I agree with you on that, Zoe.
So that goes back to what I'm saying. Everything can work if it's executed. Hell, all of it look crap when it ain't working right. and you're not getting the results you want. But if you got receivers that can block and a quarterback that can that has good placement on the ball, I mean, I hate those sideline screens. Well, you know what did Rico score on that long touchdown reception, Ken? What was it? It was just a simple out. It was a simple screen out to the flat. Simple screen. 3-yard pass. 60-some yards.
Yeah, that was a comeback. That was good synergy with the wide receiver and the quarterback, where the quarterback had to make some things shake. He had to get it. He had to avoid the pressure. Hey, Rico comes back. He hit him, and he beat him. He made one move, man, and he gone, bro.
I tell you what, when the plays work, you hear stuff like this. Hey, man, the quarterback ain't made nothing but a 2-yard play, and the receiver just ran straight down the field. It sounds like damn good execution to me.
Oh well,
yep.
I think that's. Go ahead, so my bad.
I'm gonna say that means what? Receivers downfield blocking. It's an alleyway for the receiver to run a straight pass. You notice they never said it was a busted play, did they?
Right.
I think one thing that I don't really like our fans or like people doing is like trying to make comparisons between Jason and Shador. Like, you know, they have two different playing styles, and you know it's two different offenses, and so you know Jason is asked to do things that he does well. And so, you know, if you look at the numbers, like you can't, he may not be putting up the numbers that Shador put up at this point of the season, but like the numbers don't lie. Like, he's doing what he's asked to do within the offense. And so, I mean, as a quarterback, that's what you want. You want somebody that's going to put up good numbers, be efficient, run the offense and kind of go from there.
Hey, man, for anybody that got something to say, hey, man, all I'm going to tell you is they say our quarterback is bad, right? Name me the quarterback that's in the Southwestern Athletic Conference that's better. Because last time I checked, Jason got more passing yards than everybody.
Right.
Yep.
And he looking better than the one they predicted to be the SWAC preseason player of the year.
Well, the thing that you're going to see is you're going to see, I think you're going to really see him separate in these next 7 games, because let's just call it what it is. There are no other teams on the roster that are going to look anything remotely close to what we've seen with FAMU and Texas State. And those are the 2 games we lost. Nobody has a roster that can pass. So that doesn't mean we can't lose a game.
We have one formidable, I can't even talk formidable defense left, and that's Alcorn.
Not even Alabama State?
Yeah, all right. Alabama State's okay. But I'm going to say, you know what? No. I tell you what, I'll add Alabama State. But Alcorn's a notch above Alabama State.
Right. Okay.
From a defensive standpoint. But that's it. And see, the thing I'm not worried about Alabama State is we got them for homecoming.
This is the thing, though. Like, people misconstrue when you say what I just said. I'm not saying that we can't lose a game. I'm not saying that we got to show up and play everybody. We got to show up and do what we got to do. Anybody can beat us if we don't execute on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. The point that I'm making is you're not going to have, if you tell me that Alcorn's roster is on par with FAMU, I'm going to tell you stop talking football to me. If you think
it's not
Alcorn's roster I don't give a damn who you name. Hell, FAMU's roster ain't even on par with Texas State. You can say they are. You can. Okay, all right, I'll listen. You can say they are because they do have quite a few FBS transfers. But a team like that, they had how many FBS transfers? Do y'all know that Texas State was the 2nd team in all of FBS behind who? Colorado, for the amount of FBS transfers that came out of the portal. I don't think people understand that. So not only did Deion Sanders flip his roster, more transfers than anybody in America, the number 2 coach was DJ Kenny, the coach at Texas State.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. So when I say that we don't have anybody on our I'm telling y'all straight to your teeth. We going 7-0. The next 7 games, and we gonna finish this season 9-2.
One thing that I liked about our team against Texas State, despite the outcome, like I've seen JSU teams against a UNLV or a TCU, or even a Southern Miss, and like when we did score points, the game was way out of reach, and so the fact that our offense was able to pretty much score at will the early part of the game, it just told me like the mindset and like, just the caliber of players that we have. No disrespect to the former players because I have love for everybody that put on a JSU uniform, in the regard. But just like the team that we currently have, like just seeing that they were able to go down and, we have efficient offense, it says that like this team is different. And, like people have to give, Coach TC an opportunity to, like build this squad the way that he wants to build it. Because I mean, who knew that we would even come into our first home game, at 500? A lot of people were expecting us to be 0-4, coming into that game. So I think it would, it's kind of disservice to Coach TC to even think that, our team is not what it's supposed to be. I mean, we're still gelling. You still have players that are really trying to, find their role on a team. And so I think, to be coming home at 2-2 and to, have the type of offensive output we had last week against Texas State early on in the game says a lot about where we headed as a program.
I agree.
The mere fact that it shouldn't go unnoticed that, man, we're trading on 3 straight drives. We're trading touchdown with an FBS program.
Right. It's basically, it was like a heavyweight bout, man, like almost like a George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, type. Who's going to throw the hardest blow? Who's going to, hit the mat first? That's kind of what it was, to your point, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that was a good stretch, man. And we were like, just the vibe was like, man, we can play with these boys. And then it would be a call here or a mishap there. I think after we got when we made it 28-20, we scored 3 straight touchdowns pretty easily, man. It was not hard. We walked the ball down the field, and they could not do nothing. I'm talking about their first string defense. 3 straight drives, they couldn't do nothing with us.
Yep.
They couldn't do nothing with us, and that was that time when I'm telling y'all, we kicked the ball off to them, and if you go back and look at it, they was holding Noah Bouye. They had 2 players holding. Just go check it out on the highlights on YouTube. If you go watch it, that's when the young man number 1 had the big return, and he returned it for a good kick return, and then that just kind of put us on our heels, gave them good field position. I think they scored in 3 plays, and then it went 35-0 again. Like I said, then when we get the holding penalty that wasn't called on Rico, give up the interception. Now that disrupted our flow. And they went and scored again. Now it's 42-20. Just like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Somebody said earlier that team was basically Incarnate Word with a few extra scholarships. It wasn't. That was not Incarnate Word. That was some players came from Incarnate Word, maybe 10 or 12 players, but the other 100 players was mostly transferred from FBS level. So,
right.
Yeah, I really want to see us kind of, to Coach TC's point, I listened to his press conference that he did the other day. I think it was yesterday, and just talking about like, trying to have a complete game. Like, I just really like if we're able to, put just say 30 some points up against the South Carolina State, team, and 20 some points against the Southern team, and 30 some points against the Texas State team, and we kind of had mishaps, in different areas of the game. Like if we can play a complete game against Bethune, like I easily see 50 points plus points on the scoreboard against them. And even those 2 touchdowns we gave up against Southern, those were touchdowns to, like that was just mishaps in some instance on our defense's part. So like we honestly should have shut Southern out. Like they shouldn't gotten those 14 points. So I think if we come out and we just play a complete game, then Bethune, not to take anything away from them, but just knowing what we have and knowing what we're capable of doing, like I think we can really have a really, really good showing against them.
Well, I tell you what, TJ, if you go back and watch that film from Texas State, and I'm solely focused on that. I mean, we had 1 clean drop touchdown
Right.
So
Yep.
that right there gets you to 40. Okay. Now, granted, we gave us 77, but I'm telling you, if that defense could halfway tackle, we got a whole different energy in that stadium.
Right.
Completely different energy in that stadium. We're talking about putting 40 points on an FBS program. So now we grew. I'm telling you, you can learn a lot in the loss. We grew last week. I know people, this may sound ludicrous to some people, but we grew from an offensive standpoint because I'm telling you right now, what we did on offense to that team should be a reckoning sign to what's to forecome when you talk about conference play. And then who we have remaining on this schedule about what we want to do from an offensive standpoint. Because I'm telling you, we really won't face that much resistance. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I have to give the credit to the offensive line too during that little stint, man. They really, because our guys ran the ball well, man. You got a
Yeah, we
Mod
had
Miller,
some.
right at 100 yards. Irv Mulligan,
On
you
13
know, he
carries.
13. He scored 2 touchdowns. Jason scored a rushing touchdown. Anytime you got 3 rushing touchdowns in a game, that's a testament to your O line. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Zach comes in and kind of does this same thing. So them guys battled, man. I got to doff my hat out to them. I mean, they did their thing, man.
And I think we were like 5 for 6 in the red zone.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were,
so that's
and I'm still not over that drop by Fabian McCray.
We showed they
Love
had a
Fabian. Yeah, that would have been a 6, and that would have gave us our 40 as well. To Zoe's point, we would have had 41 because that drive we had a turnover on downs, trying to go for it, and then we wound up getting the ball back on Tim Stewart's interception.
right.
So and then we wound up. Zai comes in, and that's what he throws. He throws the touchdown to Isaiah Spencer.
Yeah, it was a lot of promise in the game. Like I tell my son, he plays sports, and it's like sometimes you learn bigger lessons when you lose because you're forced to face the reality of the mistakes that you made and how you can go in and clean those up. So I mean, I'm excited about Saturday. I think going forward, our guys just need to make sure that they're locked in at all times because I mean, on any given day, you can get beat. And so it's good that we have a coach, and Coach TC is, he's level headed. He realizes, that what's ahead, and he knows how to get those guys focused. And I just think, at the end of the day, they are the ones that have to go out on the field and perform. And so, if they just lock in and do what they're supposed to do and like do their assignment, just be one of 11 and do what they're supposed to do, I think we'll be in good shape.
I agree. At every level of the game against Texas State, we were losing a key contributor. We were down a key contributor on defense. Cornish Miller, Juice Reynolds on the D line were out. Starting linebacker KJ Arrington was out at the linebacker position. Starting safety Keydrane Callaghan still out. So not an excuse, but when you have starters that are out at every level of the defense, now you're digging into your depth. So when you go into this game, one thing that I don't think we spend enough time talking about that Texas State game is Zoe and I can attest to this. Man, that game was long as heck, bro.
It was.
Yeah, it
That was
was
a
long, man. Those
long
TV
game,
timeouts was killing.
and I think the other thing too, TJ and Zoe, is that hell, man, they were scoring so fast.
Right.
So it was just like, man, I was looking at this thing like, bro, they got 50 points, man, and it's still an appreciable amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared they was gonna score a damn 100 points, man. I'm like, bro, they scoring way too fast, and we ain't stopping them.
Yep.
I felt like too in that game, man. I think like one of the reasons, this is just my personal opinion, why they would continue to trying to score is like they know there were going to be some recruiting battles that comes down to them and us, and I think they want to make a statement to try to say like, yeah, look at what we're able to do on Jackson State. But I mean, I think they don't have just the brand recognition and like, the quote unquote juice that we have. So, like despite what the score, may reflect, a lot of those recruits saw that, hey, Jackson State has a loyal fan base. They have some good coaches over there. They have some quality athletes. Some guys that can spin the ball. So I think, we still should be good in that regard too, because I mean, recruiting can go either way. We all know that. So.
Well, what you said, there's some actual truth to that. It's not only just that, but there's some truth and some merit to what you just stated. Because one thing about it, their first home game, like any other college first home game, they had about 150 recruits at that game. Just like even for us, this first game that we'll have this weekend, we're probably going to have about 200 recruits at this game. All you got to do is go on Twitter. You'll see we're offering tons of guys who's actually highlighting their invitation and saying that they're going to be here at that first game. And so it is a little bit of gamesmanship with that, because to sit there and say that you did something, to a particular school, because when it came down to it, we lost about 3 players to Texas State. They ended up signing with them as opposed to us. And so, but again, in that loss, one thing we did show some things in that loss, because again, it wasn't like it was a 70-something to nothing. Because again, early in that game, it was 28-20, and we were gaining momentum. Had a bad turnover, and then the dam just broke at that particular point.
Yeah, we were sucking the life out that place, man. Like just being up on that second level, and just kind of looking at some of the fans that were around, where I was sitting in, just kind of even looking over on their side, because I know I saw a Jacksonian with a flag over there, kind of waving, and like when the score got to be that 20-28, it was like, okay, like we on to something. If we can just get this stop on defense, we're gonna come back out and we're gonna potentially tie this thing up or go down, be down 1 point, and you're gonna have to make their coaches kind of start to rethink what they're doing and potentially try to reshuffle some things around, because they couldn't stop us on offense.
And you know what? To add to your point too, the beautiful thing about the ways in which we score, there was nothing flukish about it. We actually sustained drives on back-to-back possessions. You see what I'm saying? Right. And then also, even after the fact, we still were able to sustain, I think, at least 2 more drives in that game. We just didn't come up with any points. But yeah, there wasn't anything flukish. It wasn't like we threw this long bomb, somebody happened to just catch a 50-50 ball. There was none of that. We put long play drives and scored when we got in the red zone. Again, when you saw us on that field, nothing on that field reeked of this is an FBS opponent versus an FCS opponent. It was just 2 teams on the field, and our players played to that. We just came up on the short end of the stick.
And then even with Jason, having the ability to, draw them off sides a few times, so we can, get the penalty. But, also, being able to get the yards, if the catch was made by, by our receivers or running backs or whatever. So, I mean, so that showed a lot of leadership and just, being poised in that moment, from a quarterback standpoint. And I mean, that's what any team, you want a leader that's on the center that's able to run the offense that way.
Yeah.
Hey, I just came in to say hi. I'm on my way to the airport. Travel, thank y'all for your prayers. And I will be out of here. Huh?
No, I just said, yo.
I haven't so I plan on sleeping real nice on this plane. And I can't wait to see. I'm so excited to see.
What you saying is you got first class. That's what you trying to say, huh? You finna kick your feet up.
Yeah, for real. But I'm trying not to. Zoe ain't looked at me, but I'm trying not to use my hands. I'm on my phone for the first time. But I'm seriously, I cannot wait to meet y'all on Friday night. It's just gonna be. I'm so excited because I just feel like I got another whole family. And even though my family is big, this is a different type of family. So I cannot wait to see y'all. When I first met Zoe and Ken, you would think we knew each other forever. That was like our first time seeing each other. So yeah, thank y'all for your prayers. And Laura's willing, I will see y'all in a minute. I'm on my way out the door.
Safe travels.
Safe travels, man. Can't wait to see you when you get here. We're gonna have a good time. And yeah, man, Friday night gonna be fun. I know everybody ready for that. I'm excited about it. A little anxious. I just want everything to, everything gonna be how it need to be. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it at that. Everything gonna be just perfect. It's just like that. She gone.
That's crazy. Well, we're gonna shut this thing down by 4 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get off here, fellas. I gotta get ready to hit it in the morning, man. But I just wanted to come on and chop it up with y'all, man. I always enjoy, the commentary and what y'all bring to the table and stuff. So good stuff.
Hey,
Y'all
man,
keep that up, man.
coming up, man. Appreciate you coming up, man.
Appreciate you, brother. No doubt, man. No doubt, bro. Peace out.
Y'all
Rich.
have a good one, man. I'll see y'all this weekend at the vet, moving around.
All right,
No
man.
doubt,
Same.
bro. All right, everybody. We'll finish this up with a few more preliminaries. Friday night, man. We'll see y'all, man. We'll see y'all over at the venue by Roseburg, man. Again, if you order the We Love the Hate red T-shirt, shoot me an email. I've already gotten some emails. I'll coordinate kind of a central location to try to grab. If you're in town, hopefully I can get. It'll probably be sometime on Friday. And if not, if you're coming to the appreciation event, let me know, and then I'll have them with me. I'll definitely have them with me Friday night at the event. So if you did not purchase it, you want to grab one of them, that'd be cool too. So just shoot me an email, man. We'll coordinate it. We'll make it work. Dang, just got on. See y'all. He said he just got on. Yeah, we've been on. We talking a little football. It's been a good one. Like I said, man. I don't think I really have anything else that I wanted to really touch on, man. Just we will go live on Friday, man. It'll be a brief moment for those who are not in town for the game, those who will be present to watch. We will have a certain segment of what we're doing live. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it. We will address those that come to the event, and a good portion of that is going to be on live. So we'll stop the music, and then we'll set up, and we'll kind of go from there, man. Let y'all see a little something, and then we'll go from there. So it won't be an actual live show on Friday. So just so y'all know, we won't be sitting down in front of the computers doing this right here, but we will be live on Saturday morning for Tiger Talk. So definitely make sure you subscribe to Tiger Talk. We'll come on and actually talk football on that channel Saturday morning. So stay tuned for that. That's all I got, brother. You got anything else? Still come to the event. At this point, no, we're at capacity, man. If you have an RSVP, man, that's over with. That ship done sail, brother. Love to have you, man, but we're restricted with man. I'm already over. We already over about 50 people, so I'm just knowing that 50 is going to try to transition. We'll have kind of a transitional thing. So it's a big enough venue, but I don't want to have, unless you just want to come in there and just stand around and look. I'm probably gonna have no seat for you, nothing like that. But it's all love, man. I hate to turn anybody away because we definitely want to appreciate everybody. But I'll just say to everyone that did RSVP, like, listen, do not. I repeat, do not come to the event if you have not RSVP. I can't. I'm not. I hate to be that guy, but it was a simple request. It's a free event. Invitation only. If you reached out to me, I sent you the link. I mean, we got 200 people that's RSVP. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna roll with that, and it's gonna be fun. So this will be the inaugural KC-1400 Media Appreciation. We look forward to seeing y'all in the building, man. That's all I got, big dog.
All right, man. We're about to be up out of here, man. We'll catch y'all on Friday. Do y'all love? Go Tigers.
Yeah, I love, baby. Go Tigers, man. Peace out, everybody. See you later.